It's exactly 4 days to the governorship election in Ondo State. 17 political parties are warming up to see who will be saddled with the responsibility to steer the state for the next 4 years. Last week, the political parties signed a peace pact to ensure that the election will be rancor-free, as the police promised to deploy 22,000 security operatives to the state. Now, a lot is also happening in Ondo State. We know that the Independent National Electoral Commission has confirmed that sensitive election materials have successfully arrived at Akure, the state capital. INEC also disclosed on the social media platform X that the materials were transported by the Nigerian Air Force and received by officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria in Akure. The transfer aligns with the agency's efforts to ensure a smooth and transparent electoral process. Meanwhile, candidates of different political parties are traveling around for last-minute campaigns to help shape the minds of the electorate. Last week, the political parties signed a peace pact, like I mentioned earlier, to ensure that election will be rancor-free. The police has also, not just the police, security agencies altogether have deployed more than 40,000. Said they would deploy more than 40,000 security agents. How prepared is the electoral umpire, political parties, residents, and security operatives? These are some of the big questions we'll be looking at on the program today. Joining me is the President Coalition of Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora, a member Aiyedatiwa campaign group, Olujimi Adekonle. He joins me on the program in the studio. Good to have you join us.
I'm happy to be here with you, Precious.
Before we get into what's happening back home in Ondo State, you are the President of Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora. What feelings are you getting from those in diaspora in terms of their support and, for what's going on in Ondo State?
Thank you very much. As you said, as the president of the Coalition of Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora, we are with keen interest watching what is going on back home. And most of us in diaspora are on ground, to know what is really going on. And we had a communique, and we perused all the gladiators. As you mentioned, 17 gladiators, and it was narrowed down to the governor, Governor Lucky Urimisan Aiyedatiwa. Holistically, right? We have our own indices. One, the experience matters. Out of all the gladiators, is the most experienced.
I will get into that. We're going to get into that conversation, but I just wanted to be sure, first of all, how many countries are we looking at, and is your coalition a recognized body?
Yeah. The countries are looking at is in North America. That is the US and Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's recognized.
So it's those two countries where the support is coming. All right.
Now we have chunk indigenes of
Ondo State.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to get into, we will get into again the chances of your candidate you're supporting. But before we get there, let's start with the conversation around the police saying that Amotekun cannot be cannot participate in security duties for this election. And then I want to get your reaction to that and what you also make of INEC and security agencies' preparedness.
Honestly, it's one of the best decisions for us to have a clean slate of the activities going on during the election. The Amotekun has to be excused from the electoral process, right? Because we all know that Amotekun is being sponsored by the state government, and we don't need Amotekun to win an election in Ondo State. So we are okay with that decision. All we need is for the security agencies to be on ground and provide security. Let Amotekun go under for now. So by the time we win, they won't say, oh, it's through the influence of the state security apparatus. You get what I'm saying? So it's a welcome idea that Amotekun is not part of the security outfit during the election.
I also asked what you make of the preparedness of INEC and security agencies.
The security agencies, as you said, we have the IGP has deployed enough personnel on ground, and also the INEC, they are fully prepared with all the information available to me and to to the coalition. The INEC have solidly prepared for this election. The security apparatus agencies are on ground. We are just good to go.
There's some who are of the opinion that over 43,000, I think it's 43,157 personnel, when you put together all of the agencies, whether the army, the police, NSCDC and all, that it's a bit too much just for one election, considering that Ondo State has been largely peaceful, when you compare it to what happened, before the election in Ondo State?
No, you don't take, actually, I mean, it's a very good decision. You don't take chances. We're talking of election here. That Ondo State is peaceful, and in that aspect, thanks to the governor of Ondo State, Governor Lucky, for bringing a peaceful environment to the people of
the
Ondo
residents.
State. Yeah, because I'm sure you are the issue.
Thanking the governor, thanking the residents.
I'm thanking the governor because the governor is the person that is the chief security officer of the state. He has put things in place for us to enjoy peace environment, right? Unlike before, you see of kidnapping, killing here, killing there and there, thuggery or whatever. But because he has prioritized his what's it called, development on which area he wants to really fortify it. And you can agree with me, of recent he gave out security equipment, like the vehicles to security agencies, right? And it's really cooperating with all the security agencies. That is why we are enjoying peaceful coexistence in that state. And also, thanks to the Amotekons. Amotekons are doing a very good job in that state.
What about the politicians too? Is it also thanks to politicians who have decided to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner?
Well, you conduct yourself in a peaceful manner when you see the environment you are. When you know the environment you are is not conducive for you to go into hooliganism or to thuggery, then you have to adopt. That is it. So you still thank to the chief security officer of the state, who is Governor Lucky Urimisan.
Mr. Adekole, let me put you on hold. This conversation is quite interesting. We'll take a break now.
Thank you.
And when Beyond 100 Days returns, we'll continue our conversation on Ondo State elections. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. We're talking about development in Ondo State, just 4 days to election there. That's a governorship election there. We've seen campaigns. We've seen a signing of the peace accord. We've seen INEC saying has deployed sensitive materials to the state. But we've been speaking with the President Coalition of Ondo State Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora, and he's also a member of the Aidatiwa campaign group, Olujimi Adekole. He joins me in the studio. Thanks for staying with us. Just before that break, we were talking about the situation in Ondo State in terms of security, and then the deployment of over 43,000 security personnel. You said you don't think that that's a problem, just so the police is trying to be, or security agencies are trying to not take chances. Yeah. But I wanted to bring to your attention one of the requests made by the PDP candidate for the removal of the state resident electoral commissioner. Yep. And he's making that allegations over, he said, he's talking about partisanship. Yep. And he's also accusing the APC of trying to repeat what he says is a strategy that played out in Ondo State. How do you respond to the PDP governorship candidate? Well,
that's the crying of a failure. They know they cannot win election. So they're just trying to hold on to whatever they see by saying that the REC is partisan, whatever. Well, so we, Ondo State APC, we are ready for the election. So they are crying foul now. That is why we said we want a very peaceful, transparent election, because we know we are going to win. There is no doubt about that. The only indices are on ground to show that Lucky Aidatiwa will win landslide. And you mentioned 17 gladiators. To us, we only have only one opponent, and that is the PDP. And I am telling you, they will come distance second in this election.
But if you support the ban on Amotekun for participating in election, yes. You said that's because, again, for you do not want that to taint the results, of the election. Yeah. You think you're going to win, and that if you win, you do not want them to think it was because Amotekun participated. Exactly. Shouldn't that also apply to this particular case? If one party thinks that the credibility of the election is hinged on the removal of the REC, yeah, shouldn't you support that so that just for the claims that you made earlier?
What concerns the governor with the REC? Governor has no any direct contact of appointment of the REC to any state. But the governor has the power over Amotekun because he funds Amotekun. That's the reason why I said for equity, Amotekun should just be behind.
But the directive for Amotekun did not come from the governor. It came from the IGP.
Yes, it came from the IGP, and we accept it in good faith because we want to win without that Amotekun is the governor's security outfit. He has used the Amotekun in social place to displace opponents. We don't want that because we want to win on a clean slate. Why I support that? Because the governor has power over Amotekun, but governor does not have power over the INEC. The INEC is from the national. What concern from national? It's a body on their own. National Electoral Commission is a different body. National Electoral Commission is not Ondo State, but Amotekun is Ondo State, which is under our purview, which is under the supervision of the governor, and it's, in all fairness, I accept it, and we accept it in good faith. We even like it, so that tomorrow, after 16th, right, when we'll be jubilating, they won't be saying, "Oh, we use our security outfit to."
But the allegations that there have been meetings between your party members and the rec in your state, what do you make of that?
Look, I've just told you, when you want to see people that want to fail an election, they always hang to something. That we are meeting, let them bring the proof. Are they in a position like us? If they think we are meeting, let them to go and meet. And which is not true. We don't need to meet anybody to win an election. Because Lucky has performed so wonderfully in those states to win an election. Come rain, come shine. That's the truth.
And what is your take, or what do you make of his chances as the day draws closer, considering that the person he's also running, against, and not just one person, but his major rival, as many would say, is also not a rookie. He's very experienced in governance.
Agbola Jaiye is not a rookie. He's my very good friend. We know ourselves politically. Lucky Aiyedatiwa is my friend. I will know ourselves, and I can tell you that this election is beyond being a rookie or not. Right? Agbola has come. Reality has come from the cringe of a councillor and climbed to that level. So also Lucky Aiyedatiwa, he has been on this politics for a long time. Not today. He contested for House of Rep. He was a member of NDDC. He was a deputy governor, an acting governor, now a governor. Tell me, what credential are you looking for? Among all the contestants, he's the most experienced, and he has been tested. None of them have been tested. Lucky has been tested, and you can see it visibly. If you want to roll out what he has done in this just less than a year, I'll give it to you. I have the data here, and you can go there and confirm. I won't come here to give you a vague project. Yes.
When you say none of them have been tested, Agbola has been a local government chairman. One would say that he's been tested on that level. Hold on, he's been a member of the House of Representatives. You can also say for his constituency, he has been tested on that level. Yeah. He's also been a deputy governor, which is a joint ticket, and he worked with the late governor, Rotimi Akeredolu. You can also say that he has been tested on that level. So
I disagree with you. Yes, he has been tested in local government governance, but you can't compare local governance and state. Yes, he has been tested as a House of Rep member. But it's just in the constituency, SL, the larger constituency. Can you compare it with the whole 18 local government? Look, the issue of governance is different. And if you say that I'm tested as a deputy governor, that is not true. The fact remains that every deputy governor today, I call them extra tired. It's the function given to you by the governor you do. So he has not been tested as government in the state. He hasn't. That is where Lucky has an edge above him. And that is the indices we use, the National Coalition of Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora. These are the indices that the cast will lay on the floor for us to emerge. It's okay. Look, I mean, grouply we are supporting Lucky Aiyedatiwa, and that's the reason why I came all the way from Canada. I was sent here, and all my other members they are all here. We are going to vote. We're going to canvass for him because we know Lucky is going to win.
Is it because you think he's going to win, or you think that, well, there's a power of incumbency? Many will say that when an incumbent is running, especially when you're running on the ticket of a ruling party, you find different coalitions coming together. And most times, it's for more of what they stand to gain, and not necessarily because they believe in the capacity of this person. Thank
you. I want to tell you that National Coalition of Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora, we are adding value to the state. We're not coming to say when we come to grab something from the state. So that's why we are so holistic in our decision. Nobody is coming in from Canada, or coming from New Jersey, or coming from New York to come to Ondo State to do what? All we need is good governance, and all we need is precedence. We X-rayed Lucky for the past few months. He has been governor in Ondo State. We X-rayed it, and we saw what he has done. But people want development overnight. It doesn't come. But when you start seeing the foundation you laid, we know that, okay, look, because the masquerade that we dance well, you know the masquerade through the first step. And has taken some steps that we know that if giving him the chance for the next 4 years, Ondo State will be in the next level.
But the candidate of the PDP, I was reading an interview he did with one of the dailies in the country, and he thinks that your candidate is panicky because, you know, for the past close to a year now that he's been there, that he's had nothing to show for it, that in fact those Ondo residents are complaining. Okay.
Well, that's his political statement. He has his rights to say whatever I want to say. But I can roll out for you what he has done in these few months. Right? 3.5 billion for primary school project to renovate primary schools. But people think when he said 3.5 billion for schools, they think overnight they want to see the school standing. When you want to build a house, you start from the foundation. It takes you some time to bring it to the lintel and whatever. And these are the projects he's embarking on. So I can roll that for you. 1.2 billion for the Senate building of Osutec. These are laudable projects. Akotogbo, Yansan Road has been awarded in billions. These are projects. And the school shuttle bus for students, he purchased school shuttle bus for them. In the place of security, he lost vehicles for our security personnel. So also the Amotekun have been fortified. That's the reason why you're not seeing the issue of kidnapping again. Monarchs who have been killed in the northern central district of our Ondo State, precisely or axis there, many times about 3 monarchs have been killed. You remember? I'm sure you remember the invasion of the Owo Catholic Church. These were porous days of insecurity. But when he came in, have you heard anything about that? No, because we have a man who is in the Home Affairs that really knows what he wants to do. But you know, everybody has his own style. Lucky is a slow and steady governor. He doesn't take his own
sure
that level.
The security agencies at the national level will also be taking the credit for what's happening on those states. So it's not just the Amotekun or the state governor. You are right. No. Of course, I'm not. What I'm telling you is that his own contribution also, you know, contributed to the peace and to the security we are having in the state. All right. So we'll see how it plays out. I mean, Saturday is just around the corner. I'm sure we'll continue to speak with members of all parties and coalitions. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sure we'll speak to you over and over again. President Coalition of Ondo State Indigenes in Diaspora and member Ayedatiwa Campaign Group, Olujimi Adekole. Thank you for your time. Thank you, and I will come back here to celebrate our victory. We'll see how it goes. Thank you. All right, that's where we will leave it. That's our program. Remember, you can watch a repeat at midnight and then 6 a.m. tomorrow. I am Precious Amayu. Thank you.